Alrighty, so I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You are the person who does all of the things, right? You probably know the difference between like magnesium glycinate and oxide and all the different things like that. You probably have tallow in your pantry, all those different things, okay? And so it's still feeling like you're still hitting this like wall, and it's so frustrating, and you don't understand what's going on because you're technically doing everything like quote unquote right, right? And so the issue, though, is that there is a wound that is inside of your body, not a physical wound necessarily, but an emotional wound that is still really struggling. Okay. And you didn't get it like recently. You actually got this a really long time ago. And basically, you learned it in a moment that either didn't, or moment or a season that didn't feel safe. Okay. And not necessarily safe in the sense of like danger is happening, but safe in the sense of maybe like you didn't feel like you could be yourself. You didn't feel like you could speak up. You didn't feel like whatever, right? If it could also have been like a physical or emotional safety thing as well. Okay. And so this is why like you can do all the quote right things and still feel like you're not getting anywhere. Or if you do get anywhere, it's like you get there for like a week or two and then you kind of slide right back down into what you were doing before, right? And so one way that this shows up for so many women that I work with and that it used to show up for me is like you sit alone and you just start thinking, and like every single sin keeps popping up in your head and you keep thinking like, why did I do that? Why should I have done this? Why didn't I do that? Like what am I doing? Right? And so that is a big huge piece of it. That's like a little bonus one that I wanted to share with you. That's a huge piece of it. That scrupulosity is not helping you. It's not helping anyone. Okay. But there are two things that I actually want to tell you that will really fix what's going on. All right. The first one is that you have to actually acknowledge, or you have to actually know how, like, what your body is bracing against. Okay. And the first thing with that is you have to actually understand how to be aware of what your body's doing. And a lot of people really struggle with this. So, like, maybe you don't realize that you're about to snap until you're snapping. Okay. Um, and we don't just want to think about this in like a really vague way, like this hard stuff happened or like this thing happened, right? What you want to do with this to acknowledge and like know what you're actually what your body's bracing against is to really figure out like a really specific thing that your nervous system then learned like this isn't safe, and so therefore you built subconsciously you built an entire like plan around it so that you could stay safe. Okay. And so that's the first thing that you want to do, because you really need to have that awareness of what's going on before you can actually do anything about it. Now, and we all have it. It doesn't matter what our upbringing was like. We all have this. Okay. Now, the second thing that you really want to do is your body has to feel safe in order to process it. And this means not just doing it alone in your head. So this kind of circles back to that scrupulosity thing, right? Because your body has to feel safe with a witness. There's a lot of cognitive psychology behind this, where you can co-regulate and you can have this secure attachment with somebody else, and that will help you to actually process what it is that you're going through or see your blind spots. Because you literally can't do this alone. Like, that's not how God made us. He didn't make us to be a solo creature. He made us to be collaborative. Okay. It's literally how you're wired. You can't change that. Now, even if you are an introvert, it doesn't matter. Your body still desires having a relationship with somebody. Okay. And so when this happens, whenever you feel safe enough to express that scary thing that you just determined, and you are received, and nobody's trying to fix you or anything like that, that's whenever you can actually start to know like, oh, this is what's been going on. Okay. Then what happens is that your body, again, your subconscious mind, can actually start to say, I don't have to hold on to this anymore. I can be safe. I am safe. Then your physical body will stop compensating and trying to work overtime so that your emotional, mental side, your cognitive side can catch up. Okay. And there's so much to it. I wish I had more time, but this is supposed to be a 2 minute and it's already at like 4.5. So we could go so much deeper. But really, the one thing that you want to do is you really want to know what's actually happening in your body and like what your body is bracing against. And then make sure your body feels safe enough to have a witness so that you can express these things. Again, there's cognitive psychology behind this. It's so important that you do this with a person, because you're like, a journal is not going to help you. Chat GPT is not going to help you. Google's not going to be able to help you. Okay. And so if this made sense, or if you're like, I need to learn more. Just let me know. I'd love to have a conversation. Like, this is no sales call, no pitch, nothing like that. It's truly just a conversation so that I can let you know more about this. And if I think it could help you, I'll definitely let you know. But again, it's whatever you want to do. I'm not here to chase you or anything like that. I really just want you to have this awareness and this knowledge so that you can make the best decision for you and your family, because truly this will change your life. Truly it will. Okay. So if you're interested, just email me back. But I hope that this was helpful in those 2 steps to really just be aware of what's going on and then to also process it in a way that is not doing it on your own. All right. We'll talk soon.